we have had a full 24-hour news cycle go past on that, and it has been overwhelming support for this guy, in a positive light, saying that he has come out. So, Tori, is this a shock to you that the NFL players have been so supportive of Nassib?
Some of the names that are associated with are kind of like the names that you would be like, yeah, I could see like JJ Watt came out in support of it, like some of them, but then you got like Malcolm Jenkins came out and like he's like all about he's like good for you, man. Julian Edelman's like, love is love. Like they were just the amount of guys that have come out and are behind him on this. The NFL came out behind him and now made a $100,000 donation, I believe, to the Trevor Foundation, which is one of the things that he was donating to as well. Um, it's it's really good to see that like people aren't just. I'm sure it's happening. I haven't seen it yet. That people are shredding him for this, but NFL players are going. You know what? It's fine. It's okay. Whatever. We're behind you, dude. 100%. That is really good to see because it's 1,000% different than the Michael Sam situation when he was coming out of Mizzou. When he came out and declared for the draft, and then he said, "Yeah, by the way, I'm gay." He was the first openly gay college player that was going to probably be drafted. If he would have came out and said, "I'm heterosexual," he's a second or a third round pick, and then he fell to what, the seventh round, or did he go undrafted?
He went
I can't
undrafted, I
remember.
believe.
Yeah,
And no, I think there
yeah.
was some mock drafts that even had him late first round.
Yeah, like he would have been a high pick. And but there again, to be a pioneer and to be a trailblazer at that, somebody had to do it.
Yeah,
And without Michael Sam doing what he did, Carl wouldn't have done what he did yesterday. And
yeah,
so therefore I think he still deserves all the kudos in the world. But let's not forget that Michael Sam was the one that started this to get Carl to where he is at today. So
sure.
I'm just shocked because of the masculinity trait that is associated with being an NFL player. I am shocked at the amount of people that are like, "Good for you, dude!" Like, it's really heartwarming to see. So I am 100% shocked with it.
I am. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily shocked. I think I do agree with Tori. There were some names out there that I didn't think would stand up and say something. I'm not necessarily shocked though because the world we live in today is so much more accepting and so much more open to so many different things. I was raised in a family that always taught that just as long as you're a good person and you love everybody, it doesn't matter what you're into. If you are gay, that's great. If you're straight, that's gay. Or that's great. Whatever you're into is your business. Whatever my parents always told me, whatever goes on in your bedroom goes on in your bedroom. That's your thing. What goes in my bedroom goes on in my bedroom. That's my thing. So I necessarily I don't care. It's good for Carl. He was able to come out like that. I give him kudos for that. But I necessarily am not. I'm not necessarily surprised that all these names were coming forward because it's a much more accepting world that we live in now. We're seeing so many. We're seeing all of the pride parades. We've got a Pride Month now. Something like that never happened. In times of the past. So I do agree with you, Tori, that we still have to look to Michael Sam for a minute, and I even mentioned that yesterday to some people whenever we were talking about it. That Michael Sam was kind of the original trailblazer on this. It is what it is. Just as long as you're happy and you're a good person and you treat people right, it doesn't matter what you do. Just be a
I,
good person. Love you.